Yeah, well, we've wanted to come back to Mexico for ages because it's like online, like on Facebook and Twitter, we seem to have like a lot of people talking about us. So we kind of realised that, you know, people want to see us playing that, but you know, it's an obvious thing. It's just the world, like, you know, the world's a big place and it's hard to get to everywhere. So it's taken a little while for us to get here, and we took quite a while doing our third album. So that's probably that's like the reason why it took so long. But if you ask me why we come back to Mexico, I mean, that's a crazy question. It's Mexico, Mexico, I should say. So,
why not?
yeah, exactly. It's a beautiful place, and like amazing fans. You know, like the gigs are amazing. So. There's been, I mean, you know, the gigs have been amazing. I mean, I think probably like my favourite gig was the night Guadalajara. We had, I think because we just come out, like the venues were a bit smaller, I think, and it was just like, it's a very like vibey gig. And like last night, I think we had another gig. I mean, yeah, it's been really good. I think it's been good to get back to Mexico City and hang out here. We've been here a few times before, so we know it a little bit. So it's been nice to do that. And like we went to the pyramids today. That was pretty amazing. You can see by my headband. Well, set lists usually we do tweak them, but we like try to get like a set that works really well, like flows really well. So usually when we start touring, like this is the first few dates of our tour in Central South America. So we like we'll be tweaking them, you know, every gig. Putting in, like last night we put in Eskimo kits that we hadn't played before. But generally we try and find like a really good set that works and then do it really well. And then the shows, you know, usually every night those songs get better for us, you know. So we don't chop and change all that much. You know, we try and get, and then for the next tour we'll completely change it, you know. Well, we tried to do something different with the third album, like we did something very different, where we recorded in quite a different way. With the first two albums, it was much more live sounding. Like we just gone into a room and just played and recorded it, and then did a few overdubs. But on this one, we thought a lot more about the production. So we were talking a lot more with the producer about that, and we chucked in like synthesizers and used drum loops and samples, things that we'd never really done before. So we were just like experimenting with it. But yeah, I mean, I guess when we're in the studio, we just want it to sound good. We don't really think about too much like, okay, we can like take a risk here or do a formula there. It's just like whatever sounds good, whatever feels good with the song. That's how we work. Chunk of the Heart it was because I'd written a song of that name, obviously Chunk of the Heart, which is like on the album, and it's like a phrase that someone had written for me, like someone had written as a note to me, and so that became like the start of the song, and I just started writing, and the whole album really became about this one sort of relationship that I had, this one like kind of obsessive thing. So I kind of ended up naming the album because of that, like for that person, you know, so it's like that. Yeah, always up for doing things with other people, and kind of always doing stuff. You know, I think we'll probably do some stuff with Foster the People when we're on tour with them. I already got up and did a song with Mark the other day, and the guys. But yeah, there's loads of people. I mean, I'd really love to work with a lot of people. It's just hard when you're touring all the time. And festival season's quite good for it, actually. You get to meet quite a lot of people.
So, special?
Well, yeah, I mean, I mean, I would like to do something with Licky Lee, but I've said that a lot, and I don't think it's going to happen just yet. But I would like to do something with her because I really dig what she does. One of my the songwriters at the moment that I really relate to. There's a lot of people. I mean, I'd like to do something with LCD Sound System, James Murphy. I'd love to do some stuff with him. Maybe work some stuff. Work some production with us. I don't know. But yeah, there's lots of people. But at the moment, we're just sort of concentrating on Kooks. When we got a bit of downtime, maybe. There's another band in London called Sugar, who I've been doing a little bit with. Amazing band. So lots of different things. Absolutely. I think I've thought about it a lot, and in some ways you can't not think about it and not be involved in it, and it's a really tricky situation because there's a lot of things going on at the moment out of our control, and it's just a natural thing that people are going to start protesting. I absolutely think it's the right thing to do. Having said all that, it's like the frustration is just that people go out there and the government seems to be doing nothing about it. Like in the UK, our government, I don't agree with a lot of the policies they brought in. They've come in at a time of economic problems, and they're just making things easier for the rich. It's kind of crazy. Of course I sympathise, and I think I feel as much sort of frustration with it as anyone else in my generation.